I said it here the other day that Tinubu is going to isolate the North, and Tinubu is going to do that by policy. It's not gra-gra. I've told you people so many times. It's not gra-gra. Now look at this news that has broken, that Middle Belt...
Hello and what's up guys? In this video, the Middle Belt has just sent a shocking message to the entire North. We are no longer with you. Yes, this is real and it's already shaking Nigeria's political structure. The Middle Belt Forum, led by Dr. Bitrus Pegu, has openly rejected the idea of one North. Speaking in Ankpa, Kogi State, he made it very clear that the Middle Belt will no longer accept any regional arrangement that groups them with the Hausa, Fulani and Kanuri under the old Northern bloc. According to him, the Middle Belt support regionalism, but not the kind that turned them into second-class citizens. He reminded everyone that the 2014 National Conference once recommended Western and Eastern Middle Belt regions, a proposal that was later ignored by the Buhari government. Now, here is where it gets more intense. Dr. Pogu alleged that since 2014, communities in Benue, Plateau, Nasarawa, Taraba, Niger, Kaduna and Kogi repeated violent attacks by armed groups often called headers. He said these attacks have pushed the Middle Belt to demand full control of their future. Even more shocking, the Middle Belt elders have now rejected a joint Northern security framework, accusing some core Northern governors and groups of terrorist sympathies. Their message is simple: why should we use our own money to solve a problem we did not create? They have fixed December 9th to December 11th for a massive stakeholders conference where all 15 Middle Belt states will decide their final political direction. Now, the big question everyone is asking: has the North finally broken into two? What happens to the voting power, political numbers, presidential calculations? If the Middle Belt truly stands alone, the old "we are the North, we have the numbers" slogan may be finished. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Northern Nigeria has broken up into two equal parts. The Middle Belt has broken away from the North, and the predominantly Christian North Central zone of Nigeria, who has been on the receiving end of harder farmer crisis, with many of them killed in cold blood by Fulani terrorists, has now come out boldly to say they are opting out of the concept of one North. This was made clear by the president of the Middle Belt Forum, Dr. Bitrus Pegu, who said on the 18th of November 2025 in Ankpa, Kogi State, while delivering a paper titled "Politics in the Middle Belt, the Way Forward." He said the Middle Belt no longer support the concept of one North, that they will no longer support any form of regional groupings with the Hausa or the Fulanis or the Kanuri or any other, Muslim tribe in the North. So let me start with you, Olaitan.
Yep.
Has the Middle Belt now woken up from their slumber? Is this the end of the so-called "oh, we are the North, we have the numbers"? What do you think?
Yeah, that is my thought too. When I listened to Dr. Bitrus Pegu, the president of Middle Belt Forum, he said that he will support regionalism, provided regionalism is it will not be pre-independent structure like it was like they fuse the Middle Belt into the North, and they call them core North. But like I always say, it is the handiwork of these people, right? Where you feel that you use people as a store provender, like Shakespeare would say, you use them at your call and beckon. You use them, you make use of them, then you dump them. These are these are the people you make use of. In the army, they recruit them, but when they will not recruit them. In the affairs of things, they don't reckon with them. But when they want to, but for population figure,
for election purposes, yeah.
For election purposes, they will call them not. But where it is, where they appointed, I think they appointed Gamadi or so. The Fulani they are saying is Gamadi Northerner. Who is Gamadi? Gamadi is from North, where they appointed the central bank governor, the incumbent central bank, they say it's not from Kwara. They say it's not in Northern. So they believe the Northwest. They believe that they are the owner of Nigeria, right? That is why we are predominantly Christian. The Fulanis. So they believe that they are the core North. So we should be careful, right, in relating with these people. They are so corny. They make use of anybody. They dump them, right? So the issue, that is why I supported Dr. Bitrus Pogu statement that it likes regionalism, provided it's not independent style, right? So as a result, the North is divided, no doubt. And the more they realize, because they use all these people, and they are now the Fulani. They want to acquire their land. Then they are chasing them all the way from their farms. Thank you very much.
Right, Demola, it's just very, very curious thing. Like, we have a predominantly Christian region: Benue, Plateau, Nasarawa, Kwara, Kogi State, predominantly Christian. Why are they part of the North in the first place? Why?
They are part of the North. One, because of the geographical entity, because of their proximity. The topography of Nigeria. Also, they are also part of the North because of the Fulani Caliphate of Uthman Dafodo that encompasses and take over the rule of the North. But
the question I want to ask you is that, do you think that they should not have been part of the North in the first place? Possibly they should have been part of the South.
Look, East, South, West or not, the affiliation is because you have to look at your own cultural affinity and origin. We are a diverse country of a lot of multiple language and ethnicity. So the entity we are talking North is because it's geographical location. It's the division which should have been corrected when they are creating the states and make them independent. But they make themselves part of the North because they are allied with the hegemony and the unification of the whole North, and speaking in one voice, having the impression that they have a one unified force will be a good bargaining power. But the mistake is that voice was not representing the whole people. It's only representing a section of the North. They will create and gather everything in the name of the North, but they will only use it to benefit only the Fulani. So that is where the problem comes. That is why they are being marginalized. All other tribes are being marginalized, while the Fulani take everything in the name of the North. That is why they always oppose anything that is not Fulani. If you look at even when the political arrangement, you have the president from the southwest, you have the five presidents from the northeast, you also have the Senate president from the south, and you have the leader of the House from the northwest, but they still, the deputy Senate leader who's supposed to be a North Central, the Northwest still claim it. They took it away from them. So it took the rearrangement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's appointment of the NNPC CEO, as well as the INEC chairman, to palliate the North Central. So they are always marginalized. The Northwest especially always take anything that's supposed to go to the North Central because they don't reckon with them as part of the North. So they don't recognize them as part of the North, but now they are showing everything. So it's good they are now realizing it. And if you look at most of the appointments, look at how many governors do we have in the North, and almost every one of them, out of the 19 governors they have, are Hausa Fulanis. They are not even Hausas. even those who come from the north central are not the tribes of north central. They are never chief or nupe. They are Fulanis.
Right. Okay, let me pause you
I
there.
think
So,
maybe to
Shukwa.
kind of maybe jump in quickly also to add to what Mr. Adisa just said. I think if you look at the map of Nigeria geographically, the rivers Niger and Benue have for a long time been used as a way to kind of demarcate sections of the country. So
Can you speak a bit louder, Shukwa?
yes. So what you find is that the rivers Niger and Benue for a long time have been used to physically and geographically demarcate sections of the country. And what's happened basically is regions that are up north of the two rivers have ideally been categorized as northern Nigeria, with a few exceptions. And regions that are south of the two rivers, have kind of categorically been categorized as southern Nigeria. I think, to Mr. Adisa's point, the issue has been categorized that way, or Nigeria's been categorized that way, primarily, due to geographic reasons.
Hello?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I didn't know you were finished. Okay. So let me come back to you then, Lighton. I thought maybe I lost you there. Lighton, I'm just curious. How will this affect the Nigerian political structure? For example, the voting patterns and the political patronage. As the Northwest and the Northeast lost out now, since the Middle Belt is actually the powerhouse of the North. So now that the Middle Belt has basically said, we are no longer part of the North. So we are now our own, we're going to decide our own future. So if they are no longer voting alongside the West or the North, has this changed the political dynamics in Nigeria?
Yes, of course. The movement, the North, or what they normally tout is, they will teach the South lesson that they do think. One guy was saying it sometimes ago that I will teach you this other you are betrayer. They will teach you lesson. You don't know anything. We are more than you. We are more than this. So the moment Middle Belt decide to leave the North. So what is left of the North? But I rightly said earlier on, the Middle Belt, they are quite different. Culturally, they are different. Religious aspect of it, they are different. They are predominantly Christians, right? Culturally, the way they think, their orientation, the Muslim, all this, the way they wear, all this. No, they are different. So political marginalization, they just marginalize them. They don't use them, like Demola rightly said earlier on. They will give you analysis how the deputy chief of staff, the deputy speaker, all these things. So all these things they just make use of the Middle Belters, right? And now they are encroaching into their lands. They go there to go and kill them. When they kill them, they send them to the IDP. Then they inhabit the place. So a lot of things is going on, but they are now wise up that they discover that these people, they are just using us. They want to if it is they are talking about population, they were talking about not. If they are talking about giving them the best of best, they will be saying Hausa Fulani. So these people, they believe that they are not. It's just a word of mouth. They don't regard them as part of them, right? So a lot of things is going on over there, and I believe these people are removing themselves. The Middle Belters are removing themselves from the North. So what else is left of the North? Northeast, North Central, Northwest. So that is it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Demola, you know that the North, they always depend on their population, to say they're the one who will rule Nigeria. Now that the North Central is excising themselves, they're no longer aligning with the North. When I said North, I mean the Northwest and the Fulani North. Let me be very plain about that. So, how do you think this will play out in the next general election? If the North Central are now saying we are no longer voting alongside it, possibly what that means is they are going to vote alongside the South. How will this play out? How will that determine who's going to become the next president of Nigeria?
Okay. You see, when you talk about the North, the population, and having the numbers, it's very contentious. We haven't had any reasonable population census for a long time now. And all our voters registrations have been very much unrealistic. That is why you will have how many millions of registered voters and how many people turn up. It's not valid. That register is not valid. You can even see the recent INEC registration procedure when people now have to be verified with their NIN. The number is going down. You can also see the outcome of 2023 election when we have all this electronic verification. We don't have all these 20 million votes for one person anymore. So until we review and have a new population census, then we can now validate which region is larger than the other. Politics is of interest. If, irrespective of their region, I don't trust them for anything. It's only where their interests are allied, they will flow to. And circumstances also necessitate whatever the vote will be. But certainly, with the trend of things going on now in the Middle Belt, in the Northwest, the North Central, against the interest of the core politicians from the North Central, which dominate the whole North, I don't think it's a good record for them. Nigerian census, anybody that can imagine anything, because for example, for the post of the presidency, you have to have federal representation. So either North or South or whatever, you need to make sure that you are represented in every region and your interest is there and you cover more than 2/3 of the 25% in more than 2/3 of the states. So that's harmony. The constitution ensures that nobody can be anything in Nigeria without aligning with other tribes, either minority or majority. You need to work together in harmony to create a political structure that will work well for Nigeria.
Thank you. Shukwa, what's your take on that?
Yes, I think what is actually happening is that all of the issues.
Can you put your volume up a bit? Your volume?
Yes. So all of the issues that have happened up until now has brought back a lot of historical events. You now hear a lot of Middle Belt leaders actually saying categorically it was their forefathers, the Usman Danfodio attacks.
They beheaded him. Yes, in the Middle Belt, yeah.
Pretty much. And it is very clear to most people within the Middle Belt region that in some shape or fashion that jihad has been restarted. So despite the years in the political history of Nigeria of the Middle Belt aligning with the Northwest and the Northeast, so I think it is very, very clear now that there is nothing for the Middle Belt to gain. They have their own identity. They have their own religion, and they are indigenous people in those areas within the Middle Belt of Nigeria. So I think there's an awareness that it is better for them to stand on their own as a region, and they can align with other regions of the Federation, depending exactly on interests. I think we're going to see that get stronger, and I think we're going to see the North Central, because of the issues that have arisen with the Fulani herdsmen. These are communities that are predominantly farmers, now unable to go to their farms, unable to continue to be the breadbasket of the country, which in a way actually is a threat to food security in Nigeria. So we are going to begin to see the Middle Belt playing on its own, making alliances and looking after its own interests, which will leave the Northwest and the Northeast to pretty much figure out exactly where they lie.
I said it here the other day that Tinubu is going to isolate the North, and Tinubu is going to do that by policy. It's not gragra. I've told you people so many times. It's not gragra. Now look at this news that has broken. That Middle Belt Elders Forum rejects joint Northern security framework with North, cites terrorist sympathies among core Northern governors and groups. It's not by gragra, it's by policy. You see, this state and community policing is going to be farm for your farm. Please pick your alliances correctly. The people who don't want to even join alliances, you can also do this by yourself. It's state police. It's not supposed to be regional, but if you want to make it regional and all of you want to share the same security framework, you're welcome. Look at where the North is, but look at how far they come down to claim land and call it North. Are these people here not closer to the South than the North? How can a region in between South and North be claimed by one set of people? Because you buy guns for 13-year-old children, you think you are politically sound? You are going to learn politics by force, and the North is going to be isolated. If you are going to take your problem to the Middle Belt, when they create their security framework, they are going to be ready for you. Nobody is trying to oppress the North. We are just trying to save ourselves from this short change that we have been suffering all of these years. People thinking that they have monopoly to violence and then hide behind the constitution that is fraudulent to make havoc on people. All that is going to stop. When you carry your madness and cross to somebody's region, there are going to be people waiting there for you. That is the essence of all of this. So the elders have spoken. The governors better listen, because some of you governors don't have sense. Some of you are really dumb. The elders might say this, and the next thing you see that they are in the meeting with these people again. Don't join yourself with Arewa. Don't join them. We all know what they have been doing in this country for years. Anybody that still closes his eye to that fact and then goes and joins them, trying to talk about, oh, we don't want to be tribal, blah, blah, blah. This is the time to farm for your farm. Don't go and join them. Tinubu is doing something great in this country. If you carry your madness to somebody's region, people are going to be waiting there for you with their own AK-47. That is the essence of this. So that we internally solve these problems. There is no country where their military is busy fighting internal wars. These are police problems. We can solve this with police. These children are little children. The work of the military is to guard the borders of this country. Make sure that we don't have any other, people infiltrating our territories. By the end of the 8 years of Tinubu, probably we might build a wall around Nigeria to make sure we keep out the Islamic radical terrorists. These people are not human beings. You have to be ready for them. You have to match madness with madness.